What if I told you the chances of you watching a fully automated video made by robots in the last year was almost 100%? That stat isn't real, I actually just made it up. But what is real is that there is a growing empire of new channels that have little to almost no human touch at all, and they're fooling millions of unaware people like me. Before we get into the good stuff, it's important for you to understand where I'm coming from. You see, about a week ago, I was looking at my YouTube studio, and I noticed a video essay in my Trends tab by Renai Games. And when I was first looking at it, the channel looks fairly new. And hey, good on you, Renai, for getting 30K views on a video already. That's a hard achievement for a lot of people. And just listen to it, sounds pretty normal.
Think Square Enix forgot how to make great RPGs? You're not alone. But here's the twist. They've been dropping some amazing games lately, and almost
just a nerdy guy, kind of has the IGN reviewer cadence reading out a generic list of games. That's what it seems like, but honestly, that's not what's going on at all.
You're wrong.
The first clue I found to find out what this channel really was is the description. If you've been on the internet for the past, 5-ish years, it's pretty easy to tell when something was shit out by ChatGPT. It always has this weird listing approach, throws in some emojis, the classic M-dash that, listen, some of you yelled at me before.
Oh,
I guarantee that 90% of the
fucking
population doesn't even know
hentai
how to
prop
type
wants
this.
to talk shit? You soggy little bastard. You want to come at me over dashes while you're over there looking like a spilled lunch special? You think you're funny because you've got hate?
Sorry. That's hardly where this stops though, because my editor, who was in a Discord call with me at the time, mentioned the game in the thumbnail isn't actually a Square Enix game. And on closer inspection, it's not actually a game at all, it doesn't exist. It's been AI generated. So they got me thinking, okay, the description is AI, the thumbnail's AI, and let's be honest, all of these titles are also AI, so what about the video itself? Now listen carefully for a minute.
with its haunting atmosphere, fusion system, and the unforgettable appearance of Dante from Devil May Cry, this game became a cult legend.
This script, this generic list of games, the voice reading it, it's all generated by AI, the whole thing. This entire channel is AI. The only thing that probably isn't, I guess, is the game trailers playing in the background, but that's pretty much it. Alright, it's one channel, so what? I know, but it's not. Because while I was putting this in a video for my second channel, someone linked me to a video from a YouTuber named Casp, who showed a channel that actually blew my mind. I'm not going to go over everything that's in Casp's video, I think it's great, I'll link it in the description, so go give it a watch after this. But I will go over Sage Gaming, which kind of looks like Renai Gaming's twin brother. Yellow text on the thumbnails, AI-generated game screenshots, and listen to the voice.
What if I told you there's a game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick? No joke. These graphics—
I actually went on 11 Labs, which is an AI voice cloning thing, and I found this voice in like 5 minutes. It's named Liam, it's under their default voices.
What if I told you there's a game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick? What if I told you there's a game so insanely realistic, it made players feel sick?
But this is a channel with hundreds of millions of views, and honestly, while some of these might be bot comments, there seems to be a lot of real people who aren't aware that they're listening to an audiobook by ChatGPT. Also, a lot of YouTubers do this thing I'm about to say, so it's not a huge deal. I just think it's funny that the very first video that they ever made has this pinned comment with multiple affiliate links. I'm not surprised, but, you know, hey, they're getting their bag. So there are bots in the gaming niche, but this somehow gets even crazier if you can believe it. A lot of comments under my last video covering this mentioned that this is not just happening in gaming, but a lot of other video niches as well. So I checked out a few that they linked me, and oh my god, it is rampant. It is rampant. This is Sleepless Historian. This is a channel with a British guy narrator who narrates stories from history. Just relaxing, soothing European accent. Here, I'll just play a little bit of the audio for you.
Not through her survival, but through her indelible impact on history. By the early 1770s, the American colony—
So if you didn't hear that, it's pretty obvious that this whole channel is just AI slop. And if for some reason you still don't believe me and you're giving these guys credit, this is a video of a guy literally going over the entire process on how he made a ton of Sleepless Historian channels and how you can do it too. Literally the whole process.
I'm going to show you how to do the same, just like this YouTube channel has made $3,400 in June alone. This is June of 2025.
But if anything, I'm sure nothing can go wrong. You know, people learning history from robots being retold over and over.
Elon Musk's Grok is going off the rails and referring to itself as a mecha Hitler.
By the way, there are hundreds of these sleep or boring history channels. I was gonna do a list of all of these channels, but I learned that there's like hundreds of them, so I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. If you wanna look for it, go ahead. Some of you though might be wondering, how is this even allowed? And a while back, YouTube actually took a stance on if you have to disclose the use of AI or not. I looked through the TOS again, and it actually seems like a lot of these channels are not breaking the rules. YouTube is very specific on if you're using AI to create real people or places. Otherwise, it's kind of just a free game to do whatever you want. Actually, YouTube actively encourages the use of AI thumbnails, titles, even writes scripts and outlines for you now in the YouTube Studio. So it seems like they're actively trying to promote the use of Gen AI tools, at the very least on their platform. I want to clarify something here. I'm not trying to make this video as a call to arms or anything. Yes, I've used AI voices for Kana. Kana, the chat wants to know how multilingual you are, so can you please say a poem in Spanish?
Oh, Noctapus, tell the chat that I'm not here to recite poetry like some fancy bard. But fine, just this once. Roses are red, violets are blue. No hablo español, so
okay.
fuck you.
The girl you see in my streams. So if you want to call me a hypocrite, whatever, it's fine. Take it to Twitter. It just feels like that every day someone's trying to suck the human aspect out of content creation as much as possible. And not only is that so insane I had to make a video, but thinking about it, not disclosing that feels a little disingenuous. I know AI isn't going anywhere, but there's a point where, as most people have said, it stops being a tool and turns into a money-making scheme at the expense of trying to trick the average person. Personally, I hope YouTube tightens the rules around channels like this, but honestly, at this point, given how they treat AI, who knows? I have no idea.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship?
If you don't care and you want to listen to Liam, ChatGPT, read you bedtime stories, I'm not going to stop you. Feel free, that is totally fine. If you want to keep supporting real creators that you know are actual people, then keep doing that. Thanks for going down this rabbit hole with me. I know this isn't my usual normal type of content. I do gaming if you're here for the first time. So subscribe and click on one of these videos if you want to see it.
Oh, totally, baby. But honestly, shaky hands or not, you've got this.
And I don't know if I would be willing to give that up.
But that must be scary for you. That's the father of your daughter. You would stop if she asked?
I don't know.